Hi everyone, it's Sally from the Piggy Room here with an update on the cages because I've had to move things around a bit because Minnie and Poppy couldn't live together anymore. This is Piglet and her cage is exactly the same, hers and Kizzy's. She's just after something to eat. But there's Minnie, she is now permanently on the upper level. It used to be their cage, Poppy and Minnie's cage used to be a two-storey cage, but Poppy is now downstairs and Minnie's on the top level. And things have been moved around mainly because of that. Okay, I've stood back a bit to give you a better overview of what I've done. First of all, the lower cages. Poppy was in a 5x2 and Dylan in a 3x2 in the middle, which was okay when he was just in there until he'd been neutered and could go in with the girls, but a bit small to keep him in there permanently. So I've extended his cage one grid, so he's now got a 4x2, and so Poppy's got a one grid smaller, so she's got a 4x2. So I think that's been sorted out quite well. They've both got enough space. Minnie was a little harder to work out what to do because she just had that one long strip of one grid wide, which I didn't feel was enough space. She couldn't really run around properly. I couldn't put two grids all the way along because if I put them here I couldn't get into Poppy's cage, it was too small a gap. I could have put doors in by opening these two lower grids, but I've got a bad back and I don't think it would have coped with all that bending. So in the end I've come up with this, which is putting one grid over Dylan's cage and one grid over Poppy's cage, which has given Minnie a 2x2 area at least up on her level, but hasn't made it too difficult to clean out the lower cages. It's still only one grid I've got to reach in to reach the back corner, if you understand what I mean. So that's the best I can come up with. I think she likes it. I think she was getting quite frustrated that when she saw me she couldn't run up near to me and ask for food and grass and veg and what have you. I've supported the upper level by using the bits we'd cut off from the grids when we cut them down to, these grids are all sort of 2/3 the size of a grid, and the bits we cut off we've put down there as a support post, which has left me a nice big gap in there so I can still get my hand in and put their bowls in or help spot clean or whatever. So it's given me the support but still allowed me to have access. Another thing I've done is these cages are in the conservatory and it gets quite cold in the winter as they're right up against the window, and if there's a northerly wind blowing right across the field behind our house it gets really chilly in here. I've had bubble wrap on most of the windows, which is a good insulator, but it's fallen off in a few places and I can't get behind the cages to put it back. So what I've done is I've put a thermal curtain all along Minnie's cage, just pegged it on, and that's deep enough that it goes down behind Poppy's cage too. I didn't have another curtain, I probably need to buy another couple, but I've got some vet bed which is useless. I bought it on eBay and I think it must be some cheap copy because the fluid just doesn't filter through it. It just stays on the top and the pigs get wet. So I haven't really used it lately as bedding, but I thought, why can't I put it along the back? Moved in a bit closer, and so that's what it's like. There's a few gaps which I need to sort out. I'll have to have another go at doing it, I think, but overall I think that should keep them a bit warmer. I've also got a couple of cage liners on the end bit there because there's a door behind there, and again that might be drafty, and I've done the same with the other end of the cage as well. I've also made their hidey houses a bit warmer. I've put old fleece cage liners on the top, which at night I can just drop that down and cover it completely. Oh, sorry Kizzy, didn't know she was in there. So hopefully that'll keep them warm when they're asleep, and I've done the same with their little grassy hidey houses. I put some fleeces on the top, and I've done that with all the areas they sleep in. And the last thing I've done, I've got some stickers. I was buying some stickers off this website called Hippie Motors. They're actually car stickers, but they've got loads and loads of really nice stickers. And I came across these guinea pig ones, so of course I had to have some. This is the smaller one they do bigger ones because obviously they're designed for cars. I guess this is about 2.5 inches long. But you can choose which direction you face, and I think they've got 3 different ones with sort of 3 different hairstyles. Some of them have got little tufty bits and some don't. And you can choose what colour you have them as well, so they've got quite a good range of colours. And then they make them to order. So I've got a few. I've got that little green one there. And there's a pink one below on the back of Poppy's wall. And there's a silver one there, along with a few other stickers I got left over from that site, which are flowers and butterflies and what have you. And another pink one there, and I've got some more somewhere. Can't think where at the moment. So yeah, I went a bit mad with them, but they're quite cute. Okay, well that's all I think. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.